It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
The kicker, Will Reichert, has the ball on the tee. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple of years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
That one good for 29.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Geno. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. And this is as good as you can possibly get. It's out of bounds, and it's marked right at the 1-yard line. Well done. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short. Now a 3rd and 2. They try and run for the first down with Jones.
Aaron Jones on the carry. Tyrese Knight on the tackle. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
They'll put Addison in motion. Play fake to Jones, and now Darnold. He keeps it himself. They get 21 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll put Addison in motion. They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side with Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Back deep is Jalen Darden. That is fielded at the 13. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Seahawks offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
Off the play fake, Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On 2nd down, Smith. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll run here with Walker. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Byron Murphy there on the stop. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run it with Walker. And they've got it. At the 19-yard line, they're into the red zone and still on the march. 1st down picked up. Working out of the gun, Smith. He has Lockett over the middle. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far, they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. He is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. Through the snowflakes, this one good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. play action. Here's Darnold. Open man downfield. It's Addison. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stop the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Jones. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And he will take it in himself. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Minnesota. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Vikings will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back is Smith. That is caught. He finds Walker. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Gino to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing is Smith. The open man is Smith and Jigba. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Here's Gino. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this 1st half.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the 2nd half to follow. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Powell now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big one there to start the second half. A pickup of 44 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Seattle.
That's interference. Defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Darnold. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Vikings will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. They'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. A 2nd down throw for Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind him, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
This one finds Lockett down the left side. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. throwing on second down. Smith. Open man is Jake Bobo. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Here's Walker. A short game, down to the 7. Second and goal. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are on top. It's 14-10. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Howell now to bring it back. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
First and 10. On the handoff, Jones. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to get all the way down to the Vikings' 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Off he goes. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. He's going to run it. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. He'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. He'll try and get... And he's into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Jalen Darden now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now, Gino. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. The tight end Fant in motion. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Sending it downfield for Fant.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Gino. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now, Darnold. Here comes the screen to Jones. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun, on third down, it's Darnold. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return is Darden. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the handoff, this is Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44. Working out of the gun, Smith. Taking off. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
On second down, Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
On first down, here's Geno to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, it is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. To throw, Smith. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
A second down throw for Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Here's Geno. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground now with Jones. And not a whole lot there. Up to about the 25. Second down and 8. They'll put Addison in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this ahead to about the 25-yard line. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw, here's Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They were able to handle the elements. They're going to wind up victorious here in the snow. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.